Hey friends, welcome. January 9th, 2025. Have you ever wondered, what would Jesus be doing if he were living among us today? Imagine him walking through our neighborhoods, stopping by a coffee shop, riding a crowded subway, or helping someone in need. What would his day look like? Today, we're continuing a journey where we reflect on each day of the year as if Jesus were physically here in 2025. This isn't just a thought experiment. It's an invitation to look at our own lives through his example. Today is January 9th, 2025, and we're going to imagine how Jesus might have spent this day, step by step, from morning to night. So sit back, open your hearts, and let's walk alongside Jesus. Let's begin with the morning. Picture Jesus waking up early, before the sun rises. The world is quiet, and instead of rushing to check notifications or grab a quick breakfast, he seeks solitude. He finds a peaceful spot, maybe by the water or on a rooftop, and prays. Jesus uses this time to connect with the Father, to seek clarity and strength for the day ahead. He prays for the people he'll meet, for wisdom in his words, and for the courage to face whatever challenges may come. Now, let's be real. How many of us start our days like that? But think about what a difference it would make. Prayer doesn't have to be long or complicated. It's simply about centering yourself and aligning your heart with God's. Consider, tomorrow morning when you wake up, try pausing for a few minutes to pray or reflect and ask God, what would you have me do today? By mid-morning, Jesus is out in the community. Picture him walking into a homeless shelter or sitting with someone who feels invisible. He doesn't rush. He listens. He brings food or a warm blanket, sure, but more importantly, he brings his presence. Now, think about that. How many people in our world feel forgotten or ignored by society, maybe trapped by circumstances? Jesus would seek them. He would remind them of their worth, not with fancy words, but with simple acts of love. Consider, what if we did the same? You don't have to change the world in a single day. Maybe it's a small thing, like a donation, a kind word, or a moment of your time that reminds someone they're not alone. Now imagine it's lunchtime. Jesus is sitting at a table with a mix of people. Maybe a tired teacher, a stressed out parent, or someone struggling with their faith. Over a simple meal, he listens to their worries, he offers encouragement, and reminds them of God's promises. Jesus might share words like, "Do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself." He doesn't dismiss their struggles. He's showing them a way to find peace in the chaos. Consider, meals are powerful moments of connection. Who can you invite to share a meal with you this week? Use that same time to encourage, listen, and to simply be present. In the afternoon, Jesus might gather people in a park or community center. Imagine him standing before a crowd, sharing timeless truths in ways everyone can understand. Maybe he'd tell a modern parable about generosity, like a story of someone giving their last dollar to help a stranger and finding unexpected blessings in return. His words would be simple but powerful, meeting people where they are. Consider, you don't need a stage to inspire others. Whether it's a heartfelt conversation, a social media post, or mentoring someone, look for ways to share wisdom and hope with the people around you. As the day winds down, Jesus might visit a hospital or a grieving family. He'd sit with someone facing a loss or hold the hand of a lonely person. Jesus didn't just heal bodies, he healed hearts. He reminded people that God's love is bigger than their pain. His words, "Come to me, all you who are weary, and I will give you rest," were like balm for the soul. Consider, who in your life needs healing or hope? Maybe it's a kind text, a visit, or a heartfelt prayer. Sometimes just showing up is enough to remind someone they are loved. At the end of the day, Jesus might gather with his closest friends. They'd talk about the day, what went well, what was challenging, and they'd pray together. He'd encourage them with words like, "Let your light shine before others, so they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Consider, how do you end your day? Can you reflect on your blessings, share a prayer with loved ones, or simply pause to thank God for the day? Building that habit can strengthen your faith and your relationships. So, that's a glimpse on how January 9th, 2025 might look if Jesus were walking among us. His day was filled with prayer, compassion, teaching, healing, and fellowship. And here's the most beautiful part. Everything he did, we can do too. Maybe not in the exact same way, but in our own lives, we can pray, serve, encourage, and heal. We can be his hands and feet in the world today. And here's the question I want to leave you with. What would Jesus do in your shoes? And how can you reflect his love tomorrow? Come back tomorrow as we explore another day in the life of Jesus in 2025. Together, let's walk this journey and learn to live with his heart, one day at a time. Before you leave, I'd like to offer a prayer for the needs, hopes, and intentions that you hold in your heart on this day. Are you ready? I'll lead. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen. I want to thank you for joining me today, my friends. It's beautiful every time I get a chance to see you. I'll be back tomorrow, where we'll discuss January 10th of Jesus' life in 2025. I'm so excited for this. It's a lot of fun, and I really hope it's going to make a difference for you, because it's making a difference for me. Take care, my friends. Don't forget, hug your family. They love you. Bye-bye.